This is the Orro Terra C, a carbon fibre gravel bike designed right here in the UK, and in this Shimano GRX 800 1x specification costs £2,600. And it's a bike that is perfect for all your gravel adventures with a side order of road riding, commuting and touring. Before we dive into the review, this video is sponsored by Chain Reaction Cycles, who are giving you the opportunity to win a £100 voucher to spend on your gravel bike this summer. So if you need some new tyres, new saddle, new handlebar tape, pedals, shoes, helmet, whatever it is, this is a perfect opportunity for you. So all you have to do, head to their website at the link down below and be in with a chance to win a £100 voucher. Good luck, and let's dive into the review. The beauty of gravel bikes is how they blur the lines between a road bike and an off-road bike. And the Terra C is a great example of a bike that's happy whatever surface you're riding on. On the road, it's an easy and relaxed bike to ride, with great handling through twisting country lanes. These tyres roll along very quickly too, no drag, no noise. Powerful hydraulic disc brakes for control on descents. The ride position, a bit more relaxed than a road bike, a bit higher at the front, a bit shorter. So a nice position for long rides. Got lots of mounts for racks and mud guards as well, so a great option for commuting and touring. And then when you get off-road, down a bridleway or byway or into the woods, it's a sure-footed and easy bike to ride. With that relaxed handling giving you plenty of confidence when you're riding over tricky ground at high speed. It doesn't feel nervous or twitchy, and it's a really fun bike in the woods. Now I use the word fun quite often when I'm talking about gravel bikes, and it definitely is a fun bike. It reminds me of a bike like the GT Grade, and it really is at home on twisting trails when you're darting through the trees from one apex to another. The chunky, oversized frame gives plenty of get up and go. When you stamp on the pedals, it really surges forward, and that's great on the road and off-road as well. And then the really surprising thing is how smooth the bike is. Despite that massive oversized frame, those skinny rear stays and the fat tyres and the 27.2mm seat post give a surprising amount of comfort when riding on rough roads or gravel tracks and in the woods. It's not a silky smooth magic carpet sofa-like experience, but it is much smoother than you might imagine for a beefed up carbon frame like this. So run the tyres nice and low, and it is surprisingly smooth and glides over rough surfaces very well, and that really surprised me about the bike. So you get all that sense of speed and urgency from the carbon fibre frame, but when you're dealing with very rough surfaces or roots and rocks, it looks after you and doesn't beat you up and isn't harsh in any way at all. But it's really how agile and poppy the bike is, and this character really shines when you're riding on twisting woodland trails that I like to ride my gravel bikes on. Just a sense of excitement when you're riding woodland trails that really puts a smile on your face. So Orro is a UK-based company that have been going for quite a few years now. They make a range of road and gravel bikes, and this is their brand new 2021 Terra C. So Terra is a gravel off-road lineup, and C stands for carbon fibre, which you probably guessed. And it's a fantastic paint job as well. I love this colour, it really pops in the sunlight. Nice graphics as well, and a really muscular, oversized down tube, giving plenty of stiffness, blending into a press fit bottom bracket. Drop rear stays for maximum tyre clearance, up to 44mm front and rear on this bike. Skinny rear stays and a 27.2mm seat post for more comfort at the back. Nice seat and external seat clamp, no fiddly internal seat clamp here. And mudguard and rack mounts as well, so proper full-length mudguard mounts, great as a UK cyclist. And then the unique feature on this bike, and something I've not seen before, is the way they've done internal cable routing. Now, internal cable routing is an increasingly common feature on top-end road race bikes for aero and other gains. But here, it's not so much for aero. The main benefit is reduced clutter at the front. So when you're fitting your essential handlebar bag, there's no interference with the cables. And the implementation of this internal cable routing is something I haven't seen before. It's very unique. We have a special top cap on the head tube below the stem, with 4 holes, 3 of which are used because we have no front mecha cords. And the hoses and cables simply go into this top cap, into the head tube, which is bigger, and then disappear into the down tube away to where they need to go in the frame. So very neat, works really well. No issues when you turn the handlebar, no restriction, no noise, no rattling from the cables inside the frame. And it looks modern, looks clean, looks nice. But let me know what you think down below. Now, it's easy to think that all carbon fibre frames are the same, but they're not. This is no ordinary carbon frame. Underneath this glittery paint job is a very special and quite unique carbon fibre layup. So Orro worked with a carbon fibre specialist to develop a layup using a material that provides extra impact resistance and use it in key places. So the rear stays, the down tube and the fork blades. And that means when you're riding along your favourite gravel track and the rocks are flying up, as they will do, and when they strike the frame, which they will do, there's less chance of them damaging the carbon fibre frame. And that means there's no need for a tacky plastic bash guard on the down tube or rear stays, which we often see on gravel bikes. So it gives a nice clean look, and it's a nice use of high-tech carbon fibre that you don't often see on gravel bikes. So yeah, hats off to Orro for that quite a sizable investment in ensuring their frame is kind of a step above what other manufacturers are offering. Let's talk about price and value for money. And this bike here costs £2,600 here in the UK. And for that, you get the carbon frame that I mentioned earlier, and Shimano's top-end GRX 800 mechanical shifting hydraulic disc brake gravel bike group set. So a single 42 chainring on the front and a wide range 1142 cassette on the back. And it works really well. Perhaps not the lowest gear when you're laden up with bike packing bags for steeper climbs, but in most situations it works well. So good on the climbs, good on the descents, good in between those two extremes. The cadence steps for me are smooth enough, so it works well. And Shimano's proven reliability, nice light shifting and powerful hydraulic disc brakes as well. There are other models in the range using this frame, so a Campagnolo Ecar if you want that, and a couple of SRAM bikes, and there are lower end Shimano 105 base group sets, and you can have it with a 2x as well with a front mech if you're not into 1x as well. So plenty of options in the range, worth checking out the company's website for a full range overview if you want to see what other bikes they offer. And the rest of the kit is all fine, reliable, works well, no issues, nothing I would change on the bike really. Nice sturdy set of Fulcrum Rapid Red 900 wheels, alloy rims, steel bearings, all fine. And then we've got Redestein Aventura 38mm wide tyres, which I've never used before, but do work well. Quite a low profile, tightly packed tread pattern that works great in the dry, on gravel and dirt, and really good on the road. But for winter mud plugging, you probably want something a bit more aggressive. But as with most gravel bikes, you choose a tyre to suit the terrain you're riding on. And then lastly, we have a nice FSA Adventure, slightly flared drop handlebar. The flares give you a bit more control in the drops. Slightly cants the hoods over, but it's all comfy. And a matching FSA stem. And then Orro's own alloy seat post and their own saddle, which is nice shape, nice and comfy. And on the scales, this size medium is 9.4 kilograms. And it is decent value for money too. To put it in perspective, GT grade Carbon Expert, which I referenced earlier, costs £2,400, but has a lower spec, 2x, not quite as well spec'd as this bike. But you get a similar amount of versatility with extra mounts for bottle cages and racks and mud guards and so on. But a more distinctive, shall we say, looking carbon frame, but offers a similar amount of comfort and handling fun as this bike. And another bike which I rate highly in this sector is a Specialized Diverge, which costs the same money as this bike, but you get in the older Future Shop 1.5, still works fine, but you don't have the adjustability with the cap on the top, and you get a SRAM Apex 1x group set, which is older and not quite as modern as Shimano's GRX, although the range is fairly comparable between the two, but that bike isn't quite as well spec'd as this bike is. So set against those rivals, the Orro Terra C does stand up really well. Good value for money, get some good parts for the money, and there's no shortcomings on this bike at all, and it's a really good looking bike as well. Gravel bikes appeal to a wide range of people, from adventure-seeking bike packers to people who want a more relaxed and versatile road bike. And the Orro Terra C accommodates such a wide range of uses really well. It's right at home on the road, fast, smooth, comfy, all the gears you need, a nice powerful hydraulic disc brakes and a very modern looking internal cable routing. It's great off-road too, really good fun in the woods with nice steering, turns really easily, and it's surprisingly smooth on gravel and woodland trails as well. I'd happily use it for a 200-kilometre gravel race. It's definitely got the speed to cut it at the pointy end of such a race. But equally, bike packing, load it up with some bags and go on an adventure as big or small as that might be. So lots to like, and it's all great value for money, excellent parts, looks good, a nice cutting edge carbon frame as well, some interesting tech in there, so lots to like, and an easy bike to recommend really. So that has been my review of the Orro Terra C. Don't forget to check out Chain Reaction Cycles for a chance to win a £100 voucher, linked down below. Definitely go and take part if you want to upgrade your gravel bike this year. And check out the Orro website for more details on their full range down below as well. Anyway, that's all for now. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter. Watch some other videos floating around up there somewhere now as well. And I'll see you all again next time. Thank you so much for watching.